Hi Cancer, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your November 2019 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising signs. Okay Cancer, we have the Ace of Swords with the King of Wands. So some of you may be dealing with a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. For you male Cancers, this could be your energy. Maybe you're speaking your truth. Ace of Swords could be speaking your truth, hearing the truth. Some of you may be using the sword as well. You could be severing ties. Ace of Swords represents truth, clarity, justice. It's also a card of victory, but that would be victory that's coming to you after you overcoming some obstacles. All right, Cancer, November 2019. What does Cancer need to know? So Cancer, for this reading, I'm using the Bianco Nero Tarot. I'm also pulling you a Spirit of the Animals Oracle card by Jody Bergsma. All right, so there is the Six of Wands, death. So some of you Cancers going through great change with death. Something could be leaving your life. But if that's the case, you're just creating that space for something new to come in. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is a card of victory. And so we just seen that Ace of Swords, now the Six of Wands. I definitely see many Cancers coming out victorious. King of Swords, an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra individual. Very interesting. You might have some characters around you. I definitely could be reading for some male Cancers. Maybe you have air in your chart. You might have fire in your chart. Or this is just your energy that you're dealing with here in November. All right. All right, Cancer. So the overall energy for you guys for the month of November is we have the Empress. Okay. So the Empress is a feminine energy. No matter if you're male or female, she can represent abundance. So some of you, you do have a lot to be thankful for. Others, you could be giving birth to something. Maybe you're planting new seeds here in November. You could be starting something new, or you're in the process with the Empress. If you are planting new seeds, if you are starting something new, Cancer, it will need that time to grow. Let me just make sure that, all right, you can see the cards, Cancer. Let's see what's underneath the Empress. Okay, so we do have the Empress. We have the Hanged Man. Wow, some majors here. We have death. And then we have the Four of Pentacles underneath death. So some of you are going through this process. You're going through this transformational time with death here. So something could be leaving your life, something new coming in, or you're just going through some growth here at this time. With the Hanged Man energy, you might need to be patient. For some of you, this is a process for sure. But you're planting seeds, and those seeds will sprout. For some of you, you will find yourself to be very creative here in the month of November. And also with the Hanged Man energy and death, maybe some of you have to surrender in some way, or maybe give something up. You might need to sacrifice something. Give something up so something else can be born, basically. Some of you may be needing to go with the flow here. If you feel the need to let something go, listen to your intuition, because by you doing that, something else is going to come into your life. Let's see here. I'm going to go in here with the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck. We're going to put down a second layer, and this second layer is really just clarifying these energies that you have coming up in November. Cancer, November 2019. If you are a Cancer female with the Empress energy, she does represent fertility. So if you wanted to get pregnant, I would definitely give it a go here in November. Other Cancers, you could be paying attention to yourself more, maybe treating yourself. You could be paying attention to your health, paying attention to you know, your looks here. Maybe some of you treating yourself here in November. Judgment. All right, Judgment, Cancer. Let's see here. I could be reading for some Cancers where there's a legal matter that's ongoing. I definitely see that for some of you, that maybe you have like a legal matter that's ongoing. It might have something to do with maybe property, assets, inheritances, things like that, for some of you. And those of you that have a legal matter that's ongoing, maybe you have to, in some way, maybe compromise in some way, let go of something so something new can be born for some of you. Right at the center here, we do have the Ten of Wands crossed by the Queen of Cups. So definitely reading for some Cancer females. If something's been weighing you down, definitely needing to take care of yourself. Put yourself first. You need to lighten this load. So if you can, share some of these responsibilities. Maybe some of you needing to spend some time alone, needing to relax, needing to pamper yourself. Judgment also speaks about renewal. So with the Empress and Judgment, some of you definitely needing to recharge. Definitely needing to recharge. Yeah, I mean, here we have Judgment. Wow, okay, we have Judgment, we have the Star. So I could be reading for some Cancers where you're going through this rebirth. Maybe you're rising up from a challenging time, and maybe for some of you at the start of the month, you're still feeling a little weighed down by this, but you are actually healing. You are in the process of rising up from this, and this is a cycle that will complete, Cancer. With the Devil, maybe some of you were trapped or stuck, or just like in a negative situation or environment. There could have been negative influences, because underneath the Devil here, Cancer, we have the Three of Cups. So maybe your social circle, there could have been some negative influences around you, people that really didn't have your best interest at heart. But some of you are separating yourself from that, maybe spending some time alone, recharging here. It might feel, for some of you, you might still feel burdened by this right at the start of the month, but you're letting go of this with the Hanged Man here. You're letting go, and by you doing that, you are going to be giving birth to new beginnings. Here we have the Hierophant crossed by the Ten of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is maybe a marriage, a relationship, a more traditional relationship that's weighing you down. Others, it could be, again, a legal matter, something with maybe the government or an organization. This is weighing you down. But again, needing to spend some time alone, needing to recharge. Yeah, for some of you, you definitely need to ground your energy. 10 of Pentacles. For some of you, it's a family matter. It's a relationship matter. Could be a legal matter. For those of you that it's something to do with an inheritance or assets, something like that. Also, this is speaking about tradition. I could be reading for some Cancers where that could be what's stressing you out, is maybe something isn't being done in a traditional fashion, the way that it was always done. And that could be something that you want. At your foundation, I have the 6 of Wands with the Hermit. And so earlier when I was shuffling for you, Cancer, I had the 6 of Wands come out. So it is a card of success, victory, you feeling proud of yourself. And so whatever this is, you are going to come out on top. You are going to be successful. For those of you that it's a legal matter, you might be working with an attorney. You could have heard something from your attorney prior, something that was very positive. You could have learned something with the Hermit here at your foundation. Some of you could have been enlightened in some way. Maybe you've been doing some research when it comes to this matter, doing some research. Also, for some of you, this is a public matter, something going on maybe in the public eye. If it's a family matter or something with the company. In the recent past, I do have the Devil. So very interesting. The Devil, the 9 of Swords. We've seen the Devil here. For some of you dealing with a Capricorn. But there was a lot of maybe stressing over this. You could have been overly worried about something, staying up at night. For some of you, this was an abundance of fear. Yeah, you losing sleep, this matter really stressing you out. Others, the Devil can represent that negative influence. And we've seen the Devil there with the 3 of Cups. So this was a negative influence, a negative environment, a negative situation in the recent past. So for some of you, could have been in October where you were hanging around a negative group of people, or you had these negative influences around you. Now, maybe some of you knew it because you're a very intuitive sign, Cancer. Some of you could have known that maybe a group, an organization, something wasn't right. Something felt off. You could have known that, and this is something that was maybe weighing on your mind. Also, maybe some of you feeling as though you had no control with something, feeling stuck, feeling trapped prior. But here we see you letting go. Here we see you rising up from all of this, healing, rising up from all of this. This is in your past. So needing to let go of fear, any sort of negative behaviors, anything that's no longer serving you. And if that was like staying up all night, hanging out with a certain group of people, needing to let that go. Some of you need to recharge and take care of you. Crowning you, we have the 4 of Swords with the 2 of Rods. So we see you at the start of the month spending time alone, resting, recharging. So those of you that were stressed out prior and still maybe even still feeling a little weighed down by this, we do see you resting though. We do see you recharging. For some of you are going to be taking a break, or you're planning on taking a break. So at some point here in November, you're going to be taking a break. You're going to be resting here. And while you're resting with the 2 of Rods, I see some of you focused on the future here. You're making plans. You're thinking about the future. Some of you thinking about what it is that you want to maybe give birth to with the Empress energy, very creative energy. And then here around the second week, we do have the Page of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is a new beginning here. This is what you're planting seeds with here. Ace of Pentacles. So if you were overworked, for those of you that the Ten of Wands was maybe a job that, you could have been overworked, underpaid, something no longer serving you. Maybe you're going to be looking into getting a new job for some of you with the Ace of Pentacles. Others, this could be that inheritance. We have money coming in here around the second week, or you're hearing something with the Page of Pentacles. For those of you that this is a legal matter, you could be hearing news around the second week. This is communication coming in regards to this Ace of Pentacles. I could be reading for some Cancers where you're moving house. And there could be something you're learning here around the second week. In the position of your power, I have the Eight of Pentacles with the Hanged Man. So we have some repeat cards. Eight of Pentacles can represent a new job. For some of you, you're maybe learning a new skill with the Hierophant here. Eight of Pentacles, this is you maybe learning a new skill, a new trade. Maybe it hasn't been the easiest for you because maybe you work full-time, but you're going to school, or maybe you're a single parent. I could be reading for some female Cancers. You're a single parent, but you're trying to better yourself. And so you could have maybe taken some classes, or some of you, you're maybe going back to school here. With the Hanged Man, at this time, some of you could be seeing something from a different perspective. Now, maybe you had to spend some time alone here in order to do that. But some of you around this time, you could be looking at something differently here, or seeing something differently here at this time. Others, you could be letting go of something in order, again, for something new to come in. And then in the position of how others are viewing you, we have the Seven of Swords with the Moon. So this is really others' opinion of you. This is how others are viewing you. And so this combination can obviously always speak about lies, someone who's lying, someone who's cheating, someone who's stealing. Others, you might just be secretive here. You could be, for some of you, doing something at night. Maybe if this is a new job, you might be working at night. But the moon does represent your sign. For me, the moon represents the sign of Cancer. And the moon is a tricky energy. It's not always negative. It's certainly not. The moon, for some of you, represents you going on a journey. You're actually moving into the unknown here. And your intuition is really going to guide you as you're on this new path. For some of you, you're moving into the unknown here. Could be around the second, third week. We have this news. We have this opportunity that's coming in for you. Your intuition is going to be incredibly strong here, Cancer, in the month of November. With Judgment here, some of you are hearing the call. You know you have to make some moves here. You might know that you have to give something up for something new to come in. And for some of you, you're moving in. You're moving down a new path where not all is known at this time. And so it could feel a little confusing, like things are up in the air. You're a little unsure. You don't know what to expect, but needing to move forward and needing to listen to your intuition. With the Seven of Swords, you could be keeping this to yourself which there's nothing wrong with that. Seven of Swords is not always negative. It can be someone who's coming up with a strategy, someone who's planning, someone who's working alone, someone who's taking a risk. And so some of you, this is like an emotional risk in some way. You're maybe trying something new here at this time that you've never done before. So this is not going to be negative for everybody, of course. But in the hopes and fears, we do have the Five of Swords with the World. So if someone was deceiving you, if there was some sort of deception or arguments, challenging energies or influences, I feel like in November this is coming to an end here with the Devil in the recent past. For some of you, you're letting go. You're letting go of a negative situation, negative energies. I feel like you're moving in a new direction, Cancer. You're listening to your intuition. You're moving in a new direction. You're doing something differently here. And it's definitely a journey. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. It's definitely a journey. But I feel like you know what it is that you have to do. You're a Cancer. And so you are naturally very, very intuitive. And so listen to your intuition and have strength. Some of you are moving into like uncharted waters. Some of you are moving forward. You're trying something new here at this time. And even if it's a little scary, I think that some of you are going to be, you know, pushing yourself forward, being strong and moving forward no matter what. So here at the end of the month, going into December, we do have the Lovers card with strength. And so for some of you, this could be a new relationship. It's an emotional journey for some of you. A decision might be needed here. Right at the end of the month, going into December, you might need to make a decision. So some of you could be choosing, if this is on the left front, you could be choosing between two people. If you were waiting on a decision to come in, a decision could be coming to you here at this time. Some of you Cancers, though, you're being strong with strength here. This is you relying upon that inner strength. And again, you're moving forward. You're being strong. You're not holding back. So some of you making a life-changing decision with this energy, a life-changing decision. Could be about a relationship, but doesn't really have to be. For other Cancers, this might have to do with a contract, something legal for some of you. If it isn't on the job front, it definitely could be on the home front. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo. I have some Leo energy here. I have some Taurus energy here. I have some Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Listen to your intuition. For some of you, right at the start of the month, you might need to ground your energy. But let's pull you an additional guidance card, Cancer, for November 2019, Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? Try to stay positive. For some of you in the past, so in October, you might have had some negative influences around you. It's something to do with your social circle. All right, focusing on your love life, Cancer, for November 2019, focusing on love and relationship matters for Cancer. And you do have all majors here with the Hanged Man, the Moon, the World, and Strength here. with the Lovers card, the Empress, I mean, you have a lot of majors here. So a lot of you Cancers going through great change here in November. It's a journey. It's a process. But you are going through great change. All right, so you have a lot of additional guidance here, Cancer. All right. So the additional guidance card we have for you is we have Peacock, Vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Beautiful. So some of you Cancers, you could be dealing with some jealousy here. And that could be maybe the negative influence that you had around you maybe in October, maybe the people you work with or your social circle. Maybe for some of you, people are jealous of you. Others, you might see that here in November because you're shining bright. The peacock is a beautiful bird. They get a lot of attention. And so some of you Cancers, you're going to be getting a lot of attention here. But don't be afraid to shine. Don't be afraid to shine. And then we also have Owl, Magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Very nice, very nice. So this is you very much needing to spend that time alone, needing to go within, needing to really rely on your inner wisdom here, your intuition. Again, it's like you're moving down a new path and your intuition is going to play a huge role when it comes to this journey. But some of you already know exactly what it is that you should do. You hold a lot of magic. So you're going to be helping create this change. You're moving forward here. You're moving towards new beginnings and you're really going to be bringing this about. You hold that magic and also that inner wisdom to be able to reach that end goal, Cancer. And then looking at love life here, we have religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by a religious upbringing and spiritual path. Interesting. We have playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then we also have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And so those of you that are already partnered, needing to play, needing to flirt, needing to have fun with your partner here in November. For some of you Cancer females, needing to pamper yourself, love yourself first here, needing to put your needs first. Of course, still give your partner the attention they need, but I am reading for some Cancer females that you definitely need to maybe recharge. You could be maybe pampering yourself or, just a little bit more focused on yourself here in November, and there's nothing wrong with that. I definitely feel as though that's needed for some of you. You do need a break, and so this is something that's good for you. Those of you that are partnered, you and your partner might be on different pages when it comes to something. So maybe needing to find that middle ground with this card for me. This can speak about you guys not being on the same page. And so that could be with something to do with religion, or it could be something spiritually, but it doesn't have to be. So finding that middle ground for you partnered Cancers. And those of you that, are moving towards maybe a new relationship, maybe needing to flirt, needing to have fun. It's possible if you're getting together with someone, it's possible that, maybe you want something very different than what they want out of the relationship. So maybe needing to talk about that for some of you. But yeah, listen to your intuition. Shine bright, Cancer. You have some positive energies to work with here in November. Listen to your intuition, okay? It's going to be a great month for you guys. All right, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. Have a great month, guys.